In just a few short years, AI video has become absolutely insane. Off the hook insane. Actually, it's off the hook that came off the chain insane. And today, we're going to show you what Travis has created for MultiBank.io and for the revived and much beloved Cornytopia project. I've got exciting news to share around my new book, which is right in line with our topic. And oh, yeah, we'll share the Bitcoin price as well, because duh. Yes, it's really us and not AI versions of us. This is our original intelligence, such that it is episode number 808 of the Bad Crypto Podcast.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, ignition.
Who's bad?
And it's the real Joel and Travis, the Sir Lord editions coming to you today on the Bad Crypto Podcast. Still the show for the crypto serious, still the show for the crypto curious. You're still the one. How's it going, Trav?
You're still the one I run to. There's only shitcoin purveyors that we trust.
Dude, last week, not last week, 2 weeks ago, the last show we did, because now we do them when we can. You know, there's a lot of travelings going on. There's Travis's going on. You're in Dubai. I'm who knows where in the world. And we are coming up on 9 years, sir. Like July will be 9 years of this show. But a couple
Completed
weeks
9
ago,
years. We're in the 9th year right now. We will have 9 years in the books in a couple of months, and we're still going, baby.
Yeah.
We got to do one of these shows every 3 to 4 or 5, 6 weeks or so, just to keep it alive. It's like, boop, boop.
Yeah, in the year 2045, we get to episode 1000. Is there still a heartbeat? So we did an AI experiment last week. 11 Labs has really progressed from when it started a few years ago, and we've dabbled with it before, but we commingled our professional voices that we've trained 11 Labs with into one workspace, and you took 7 stories that you found for the week, crypto news stories, wrote a script that was me, then you, then me, then you, and back and forth, put it into 11 Labs. And that's what the last episode, number 807, badco.in/807. It's about 15 minutes. And with the exception of at the beginning, me actually saying the following is an experiment in artificial intelligence, and the music put in there, all of the spoken word is just 11 Labs, virtual AI, Travis and Joel talking.
Yeah, it was. I think it was essentially 147 segments stitched together. And I don't know if you've heard about it. This is my imitation of Travis doing AI. Oh, like, Jesus, that thing laughed so much. Like every time you breathe. You're right, Joel. Like, good Lord. That was the funniest thing to me. I was like, dude, does that sound anything like? No. So,
No, well, here's what's really funny is Zoom is noise canceling out your laugh. So
is it?
I couldn't actually hear,
Nice.
because basically what that is over the top hysterical laughter. Like when you just laughed authentically right there, it didn't
Yeah.
block it out. But the AI tools on Zoom chose to go, oh no, that's noise, because that laughter isn't real. So for those listening, when it goes silent there, that's actually AI in process detecting to itself that this isn't real, even though it was real.
That is some bullshit fake news, Zoom.
Right?
Look at
Yeah,
that.
so it was an interesting experiment. The feedback was interesting. Some people are like, this jumps the shark. I'm like, dude, we jumped the shark with episode one. We're bad. It's baked into the
Hmm.
brand, which means we could do
Yeah,
whatever we want.
yeah,
And you criticizing us is just you being Captain Obvious. And then we have
yeah,
others saying, oh, I got my dose, but I miss the real Travis and
yeah.
Joe's. And
You get a
so
little bit of
here
a
we are.
dose. You get a little bit of a dose of the Joes. But that was good. So I think it's pretty interesting. I think that you need to make sure your loved ones know how good this shit is now because you need a safe word. Like the
Totally.
scams are in a whole other level now. Like even when we look at this back in 2017, we were on episode 20 or 30 or whatever it was in October of 2017, and I got SIM card swapped, right? And that was them calling the phone company and swapping my, phone to somebody else's account, and they got
Hmm.
then got access to my Google and my Apple and my Twitter, right? Um, but AI is so good now, and especially if you know when Anthropic launches Mythos, that new model is so dangerous. In fact, this week the Anthropic was consulting with the governments, and they're consulting with the Pope. They're letting people know like Mythos actually found a bunch of Apple uh, vulnerabilities in their hardware that they thought because it just outsmarts things. So it says, oh well, if we can't attack the hardware, we're going to attack around the hardware, and it was able to get in and find vulnerabilities that no human has ever found. Like Mythos has found vulnerabilities, Joel, like in I think Linux and something else that has been
Right.
around for potentially 35 years that no human has ever found. And
Did
it
you say
found them.
did you say vulnerabilities?
Yeah, lots of vulnerabilities. Oh my God, that's such a great word right there.
Vulnerabilities. Let me say this for everybody. So many of you listen to this show in your ears, but with AI progressing as it is, so much of what we talk about is show and tell. It's visual. So if you're not watching the show, following us over on YouTube, then you're not going to see some of the cool things that we're showing you. So it's youtube.com/ Bad Crypto Podcast. The channel has been around for almost 9 years, since 2017, with an interruption where we were taken down by YouTube for a short time for some affiliate Coinbase BS. But we don't really push the YouTube channel hard. However, I think it's because now we're doing stuff that's more visual because you don't need to look at us. We're actually better when you just hear us. When you got to look at us, it's like wah, wah, sad panda. But now we're showing off some things, and today especially, we're going to show off something that Travis just sent me yesterday, which is a callback to a project that he was working on a few years ago, and you're going to want to see this with your own eyeballs. So
Mm,
youtube.com/ Bad Crypto Podcast. Go over there, hit the subscribe, and turn on the bell so you get notifications when a new video goes live, because I think you're really going to want to see what we're going to show you. Yo.
yeah. And maybe you don't because you're like, I'm tired of what? I'm not a YouTubing person. And that's okay. But I tell you what, it is way cooler because we've been doing just creating a whole lot of more cool stuff. And actually, so back in back in 2023, when Mid Journey 4 came out, I think Joel,
Hmm.
because we
Hmm.
were playing around with like I remember getting on Dolly when it was Dolly, the very first version,
Right.
OpenAI's Dolly in 2020 or something. And it was not great, but it was really cool, right? And now it's spectacular. And so I created a website called Cornytopia. It's like a cornucopia, except it's
Cornytopia.com, the enchanted
Cornytopia.
kingdom.
Yeah.
Yeah, there
And
it
so
is.
this is a sort of an idea of I was inspired by this by how all those trans people were like reading to kids at the library. And I was
Right.
like, good Lord, like do we need trans people reading to our kids? Like we need to be teaching good morals and whatnot, right? Like they need to. And so this was a thought. And so I created all of these characters right here in 2023. And they have all the like there's Sir Popperton. I'm Sir that's Sir Sweetcorn. We have Ergot, which is the black guy over there. He's like the villain. And we have the King Shucks and Queen Buttersilk. And then we have Corn Cobain over
Yeah.
there. I like
There's
that.
Rufus.
Yeah, there's Rufus, and there's the retarded one. I don't remember what his name was, but he was the he was the king's illegitimate son or something, right?
You can't say that. You can't say retarded.
Well, he's a
So
retarded corn guy. What? He's super corny. And then Joel
so
created this one. Just go ahead and show the video of that.
yeah,
That
I'm
was
gonna
good.
play this video that you inspired me to make to share, and I got the audio on. So again, this is where visuals are important. YouTube.com/Bad Crypto Podcast. I feel like I should be narrating this. Cornytopia. A world unlike any other. Captain Corn. I don't remember what I used to make the visuals at
It
that
was
time.
Kyber.ai.
Oh, Kyber.ai. Yeah. And so it was really cool. And then, stuff happened. Life got busy. And
Well, it just wasn't quite ready for prime time yet, right? It's almost like this is where I can see it's going to head. And man, if I could do this, so we wrote most of the book was completely written, right? A lot of the stories there, the different tales, and so enough to really kind of lay the foundation of it. And then I was like, man, it is really really cool. And now we've leveled up to a whole new place. And so able to take that and kind of play around with it and say, what I wanted to do was be able to and let me pull up I'm gonna pull up the video here so I can share it.
I've got
What
it
I
right
want-
here. Let's set the stage.
Okay.
Let me
Yeah.
show the video of what you
Mhm.
sent me. This is a short 15-second clip.
Mhm.
And and then we can talk about what and why and how. So here we go.
Mhm.
Hi, Joel. I'm Sweetcorn from Cornytopia. Sorry it took me so long to get here. I've been busy. But I've arrived precisely when I'm supposed to.
He's right on time. That is so cool because, I mean, it's not the same as like today's Pixar films, but this is definitely like early Pixar that you're able to create using AI with a prompt. And
Mhm.
now I think you're at a place where your vision for what Cornytopia could be as a children's animated series has arrived. Here we are.
Well, I've always been kind of waiting for that because here's the really interesting component, and I'm going to go ahead and pull up the tool that I used because originally Dolly, which was by ChatGPT, was pretty cool, but it was very basic. But
Mhm.
now what's happened is it's gotten a lot better,
You've
and
got
so
new vulnerabilities.
I got new vulnerabilities. And let me go ahead and share my let me go ahead and share my screen here. Hold on a second here. I'll close that down.
Say now you're driving down the road, you're listening to the show, and you're like, dang it, I can't see. So this pull over, just that doesn't matter if you're late for an appointment, your wife's having a baby, whatever. Pull over and watch the video.
Yeah,
YouTube.com/.
you're like, I wish I had some vulnerabilities.
We're like your audio Cialis right here.
So right here, this was the original one, right? He looked pretty close, but he doesn't have any nostrils. His eyes are crooked. I don't know what these little floating cream cone things are. I think these are ice cream corn kernels or something. He's
Okay.
wearing socks. He doesn't have any shoes on. And I was like, you know what? Fix his fucking eye. That is a he is not
It's
he does
wonky.
not have a yeah, he doesn't have a wonky cock eye. And get rid of the ice cream cone things. And you know what? I'd like him to have some Air Jordans. Let's put some Air Jordans on him. And so this was the first fix. And so I just told it what I wanted. Like ChatGPT Image 2 now is spectacular. Like, but it's now not the best because yesterday, Google came out. They had their Google I/O conference, and they literally just came out with an even better version of this. This was the first version where I got him. All right, he's got nostrils now, and now he's got new shoes. That's
Hmm.
cool. But when you want to create a character, a consistent character, Joel, what you want to do is now that I created this, I could say, now give me a consistent character reference sheet, right?
Hmm.
And what you need to do a consistent character reference sheet is you need the front view, the back view, the right view, the left view, and then give it a few expressions like, here's me happy, here's me surprised, here's me angry, here's me, screaming, right? And so that's what I ended up doing. I ended up getting Sir Lord Sweet Corn. Here he is. There's his front, there's his back, there's his right, there's his left. There he is, smiling, excited, angry, and shocked. That is the trick. You need to get a character reference sheet. And once you do that, that enables you to have consistent characters in these new AI tools. That's what was missing before because I could never get another version of him, Joel. I was like, how does he look from the side? And then it was just so wonky. I was like, how does he look for? Yeah, none of them were consistent. So it really took this long to get to the point where there he is. And so then I said, hey, describe this character to a blind person. So you guys can literally get a super good description. And then I was able to take this into the new tool called flow.google.com. That is what uses their best AI video models. And that's actually what Pigsfield.ai is using now, is they're using the Google Gemini AI models to perfect. And so I went through and I said, here's all the things that you remember, because I literally reconnected it to the Cornytopia story from before. So it knows about it. So I was like, refresh his memory. What is it? What is his interest? What does he like to do? And then we were able to take that and build that new video.
Yeah, so it's labs.google, and that's where you'll find Google Flow, or of course you could just search for it yourself.
So what I said was create a short cinematic 3D animated video featuring Sweet Corn, a short, round, toy-like, wise elder character from Cornytopia. He has pale clay-colored skin, oversized baby blue glasses, large, glossy blue eyes, a rounded nose with two tiny nostrils, a thick eyebrows, blah, blah, blah. He's wearing Air Jordan. Basically, I just had him. I described what the character was, so I wanted to tell the video, so it keeps that. Then I also actually in the video, if you see right here, I put in the character reference sheet that I had just created, and I added one of the background images that I created in Midjourney 3 years ago. I went into Midjourney, grabbed it, put it in there, and look at how just overall, look at it's so cool.
It's
so
so good.
now that we can make consistent characters and I have all of these sets, like I just kind of want to do one of the chapters. You know what I mean? And so if you look at this, I have spent a lot of time building different things for MultiBank overall. Let me actually share.
Yeah, let's see the final product of the cool MultiBank video
Yeah.
that that you sent. And as Travis is doing that, he's been out there in Dubai now for what, 6 months,
6 months.
and killing
Yeah.
it with MultiBank. They're loving the stuff he's producing, and we're going to be bringing you an offer and an opportunity for MultiBank soon.
So this right here was basically Zach, the CEO, said, "Hey, we need a new video that basically talks about our global ecosystem utility token for MultiBank, the MBG token." And we sent it to our creative agency, and they said, "Yeah, this will take us about 6 months to do. 6 weeks, excuse me, 6 weeks."
6 weeks.
And I said, "6 weeks?" And he goes, "Man, we really need this on Monday."
You're
And this
like,
was
no problem.
Friday. And I was like, dude, I don't know how to do it, but I've been watching some tutorials. I think I could figure out something. Let me get a shot. And so I ended up spending about 18, maybe 20 hours over the weekend. Got it to a point, and then he was like, wow, well, fix this, fix that. And then so worked on that, fixed it all, learned some new stuff, spent about 40 hours on this, and then learned all the things that I've learned. And now I think I can do it much better. So let me actually share my screen now. This is a cinematic journey into this astronaut going.
YouTube.com/Bad Crypto Podcast.
Oh, there's a little ode to Michael Jackson right there. My MultiBank was established in 2005. $29 billion in assets. So this was a trick to try to make the rocket consistent in every frame, try to make the astronaut consistent, and then the planets, each planet distinct but consistent, right? This planet's pretty badass. This is sort of Tronish. I like this transition right here. Whoosh. Look at that.
Cool.
Was that not badass?
Cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
This right here, I think, so now I started to learn some new tricks on this. Look at this good flyby that we're doing. I like this transition coming up right here. Right. Oh, that was nice. All right, rocket's taking off now. Dude, I love how the images, the text, I was able to get it to flow to do the thing. All right, now the rocket's coming to land. The more we trade, the more MBG gets burned out of supply.
He's arrived. Or she. I don't want to misgender the MBG mascot there.
How cool.
Wow.
was
Dude,
that?
you must have blown their minds when
It
they
did
saw
blow
it.
their minds. And then what's cool, they're like, hey, wait a second, we need a much shorter one. We need a 30-second one. So, dude,
Yeah.
this one took me less than 3 hours to do. Right? So it's like I spent that 40 plus hours figuring out how to do all this shit. And this one right here, basically the shorter version of it. But look at the graphics and the FX that I was able to create.
Absolutely top notch. To the moon and beyond, at least to Dubai.
There we go.
What's your mascot's name?
Oh, that little astronaut guy?
Yeah.
He doesn't have one.
Well, he should have one. He should have a name. It should, and his initials should be MBG. Marcus
Oh,
Marcus Baron
yeah.
George.
Yeah, I don't know. Something Sheikh Habibi-ish. But dude, how cool was that? So it's like that
Yeah.
that's really the trick is you're going to take some time to figure it out and then you go, "Wait a second, this was okay." But then, man, like the real trick is if you can figure out how to storyboard your characters. You go into Higgsfield or you go into ChatGPT Image 2.0 utilizing those models or using Nana Banana Pro, using those models, creating a storyboard, even get Claude or get ChatGPT to help you mock up your script and be like, what are the scenes? What do they look like? And now at this point, Joel, I'm able to say, I want my background scene to look like this. I want my character to look like this. You can mash them up and mash them together and say, this is the character reference, this is the background reference. Then you can start adding object references like, oh, have him pick up a can of Coke, have him, pick up a lightsaber, right? And it's literally we're at the point now, Joel, where it's up to your imagination. That is the limit
Mhm.
of where we are at this point.
I really think it would be interesting to stream some of what, we're doing live. We talked about doing this before, and because people could actually then see the process of what's taking place and understand that they can do this as well.
You
Cool
can do
example.
it. Oh my
Cool
God. You want to
example.
see something hilarious? Okay, I want to show you this one.
Yes.
This
Show me
was
something
something.
hilarious.
So back in 1998, 97, you remember the movie Waterboy with Adam
Yep.
Sandler,
Yep.
right?
Bobby Boucher.
Bobby Boucher. So my brother is mentally handicapped, but he loves wrestling. And so my thought was like, how funny would it be if Bobby Boucher ended up and instead he didn't make it to the NFL, right? But instead he became a wrestler.
Okay.
That was my
What,
initial thought.
what did you do before Sora shut down?
Hold on a
Which can you
second here.
believe that the OpenAI basically they pulled Sora, all those cool fun videos. I guess they kind of wrapped the technology into whatever other tools they have that do video. But I thought it
Mhm.
was a cool social app.
Yeah. I don't know why
I'm
ChatGPT's
I'm glad
acting weird right now. Hold on a second.
I downloaded all the videos that I downloaded because they're gone. If you try and launch the Sora app now, there's nothing. Why is it that I start getting big on a platform and they shut down? The same thing happened with Blab back in 2014 or so. Like just pull the plug on it now that you have a nice audience.
Yeah, you get a nice audience going, and all of a sudden they say, "Sorry, Joel,
Okay,
big
show
no
show
for
us your
you."
cool
I'm
thing.
tr- I'm literally trying, but ChatGPT is. I think it's bogged down right now.
Well, while you look
Oh,
for that, I'm going to
show me
give a
something that you did that was cool. There we go.
well,
As I
I'm
wait
going to
for
give
fucking
the
images to hurry come out.
I'm gonna. All right, if you'll shut up, I'll say it. So
Ugh.
here's the big news on my side. Book number 17 with Morgan James Publishing comes out on December 1st of 2026. AI made simple, artificial intelligence for everyday life. With the foreword by John Lee Dumas of Entrepreneurs on Fire. This is my 17th book. I've just about got the draft done and ready to turn in to the publisher, and I'm excited about this one because this is kind of I'm really trying to serve an underserved market. When we look at our X feed and we see all this cool AI stuff, we think everybody's feed looks like that. It doesn't. We're
Right.
still early. We're still in a minority here of people that are using this stuff and building with this stuff. So the reason I started the AI for Everyone show was to reach this market of the 55 plus age group demographic that really they're either intimidated by AI or they're scared. They don't know what to do with it. The technology is overwhelming to them. There's so many reasons that they're not using it yet, and I really have sought to make it easy for them to understand. And so the book is less about the specific tools and more about empowering people and giving them the confidence to use artificial intelligence, even if it's for simple things. And so the book comes out in December and could really use your guys' help. I made a discovery from my publisher, And he said the trick to getting into the bookstores these days are pre-orders, specifically at barnesandnoble.com, bn.com. If you go here to the website at bn.com and just look up AI Made Simple, Joel Comm, there's the book right there. Here's my ask. Go pre-order your copy, because if I can have 300 pre-orders done by November, then the odds are they will have this book in every Barnes & Noble store. This is the trick that I've discovered. And so, yes, if you want to order on Amazon, you can, but specifically to help this book get in front of people in the bookstores, I need you to go to bn.com. And actually, if you go to AI Made Simple book, I forgot that I actually made a website for it. Actually, Claude made this website for me in a matter of about 10 minutes right here and gave me the complete content to paste into my WordPress. So if you go to AIMadeSimpleBook.com, there's a link directly to the Barnes & Noble. How cool is this, Trav? It made this site, put my video in, formatted it to match the color scheme of the book, took copy that I gave it from the book, showed the takeaways that people are going to get from it, and built this whole thing in like 10 minutes. How crazy is this?
Oh yeah, that's amazing. And great job, dude. Book number 17.
Book 17. Oh, and here's since the book, it doesn't come out till December, you'll get the ebook version of it, the EPUB that you can use on any of your devices free once you do your pre-order before the book even ships. So probably like 90 days before the book comes out, which would put us into what, September. Then you'll get the ebook of it before you even receive the book in the mail when you do the pre-order. So AIMadeSimpleBook.com. That's my ask of you guys in the audience. $16.95 pre-ordered at Barnes and Noble. And since this is the Bad Crypto Podcast, a quick check-in on CoinGecko.com, refreshing the crypto market cap sitting at 2.66 trillion. Timestamp is 1:11 p.m. Eastern Time on the 20th of May, 2026. Bitcoin 77,229, Ethereum 2132, blah, blah, blah. Are we in consolidation? Are we in a market where it's going to see a low in December like the trends have predicted? Or is the Clarity Act going to pass? Is the Bitcoin Federal Reserve going to be announced that there's actually Bitcoin there? And are we going to see a pump? Don't know. We're standing by to watch and see what happens. We're glad that you guys are with us. Again, if we're just in your ears, you want to go see the visuals, go over to youtube.com/Bad Crypto Podcast. This would be a great time to do it. Subscribe for videos over here so you can see all the cool visuals. And we'll catch you the next time we catch you. It could be tomorrow. It could be next week. It could be next month. Who knows? Right?
You know what? It probably will be before you know it.
It'll be before you know it, as long as you remember the one thing that you got to do to stay.
Subscribe.
Well, subscribe. The two things that you have to do.
Like it.
Three things.
And comment.
There's four things. Subscribe, like, comment, and stay bad. The Bad Crypto Podcast is a production of Bad Crypto LLC. The content of the show, the videos, and the website is provided for educational, informational, and entertainment purposes only. It's not intended to be and does not constitute financial, investment, or trading advice of any kind. You shouldn't make any decisions as to finances, investing, trading, or anything else based on this information without undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional financial advisor. Please understand that the trading of Bitcoins and alternative cryptocurrencies have potential risks involved. Anyone wishing to invest in any of the currencies or tokens mentioned on this podcast should first seek their own independent professional financial advisor.